The U.S. Pathfinder moved silently through the darkness of space. The small scout ship carried only 6 people, but they were all Marines. Their mission was simple: look around the Kepler 442 system and report back. Nothing more. Lieutenant Jake Sullivan sat in the captain's chair. He watched the stars through the main window. At 28 years old, Jake had led many missions like this one. He liked the quiet of space. It gave him time to think. "Sir, all systems normal," said Sergeant Maria Lopes. She sat at the communication station. Her fingers moved quickly across the control panel. Maria had been with Jake for 3 years. She was the best communications specialist he knew. Behind them, Corporal Kevin Johnson checked the weapons systems. The Pathfinder wasn't built for fighting. It had basic shields and 2 small laser cannons. Kevin made sure they worked perfectly. He always said it was better to have weapons and not need them. "How's our engine looking?" Jake asked. "Running smooth, sir," answered Private Alex Turner from his engineering station. Alex was young but smart. He could fix anything on the ship. In the pilot's seat, Private Lisa Wong kept the ship steady. She was the youngest on the team at 22, but she could fly anything. Jake had seen her dodge asteroids like they were standing still. Private Olivia Martinez organized medical supplies in the small medical bay. As the team's medic, she hoped she wouldn't need them, but she always prepared for the worst. The ship moved deeper into the system. They passed a large gas giant with purple clouds. 3 moons circled it slowly. Everything seemed peaceful. Then Maria's console lit up. Red lights flashed across her screen. "Sir, I'm picking up 3 ships," she said. Her voice stayed calm. "They're coming fast." Jake leaned forward. "Can you identify them?" Maria shook her head. "Unknown design. But they're big. Much bigger than us." The main screen showed 3 shapes approaching. They looked like giant metal insects. Each one was 5 times the size of the Pathfinder. They moved in perfect formation. "They're charging weapons," Kevin reported. His hands moved to the weapons controls. Jake stood up. "Maria, open communications. All frequencies." "Channel open, sir." "This is Lieutenant Jake Sullivan of the U.S. Pathfinder. We are on a peaceful mission. Please identify yourselves." No answer came. The alien ships kept coming closer. Inside the lead alien ship, Commander Zixnar watched the small human vessel. His 4 arms moved across his command console. His large black eyes showed no emotion. "A single ship," he said to his officers, "barely armed. This will be easy." His second-in-command nodded. "Should we respond to their message?" "No," Zixnar said. "The Zephyrian Empire takes what it wants. Destroy them." Back on the Pathfinder, Jake watched the aliens ignore his message. His jaw tightened. "They're locking weapons on us," Kevin said. "Lisa, evasive pattern delta," Jake ordered. "Alex, give her everything you've got." "Yes, sir," both answered together. The Pathfinder suddenly came alive. Lisa's hands danced over the controls. The small ship rolled and dived. Alex pushed more power to the engines. The first alien shots missed by meters. Green energy beams cut through space where the Pathfinder had been seconds before. "Return fire," Jake ordered. Kevin fired both laser cannons. The beams hit the lead alien ship's shields. They flashed but held strong. "Their shields are too strong," Kevin reported. Another volley of alien fire came at them. This time, 1 beam hit. The Pathfinder shook violently. Sparks flew from damaged panels. "Shields down to 60%. Alex called out. Jake gripped his chair. 6 Marines against 3 warships. The odds were terrible. But Jake had learned something in his years of service. Humans never gave up. Never. "All right, people," he said. "They want to fight. Let's show them what humans can do." His team answered with determined voices. The battle was just beginning. The Pathfinder shook as more alien energy beams struck its hull. The small scout ship twisted and turned through space. Lisa Wong pulled hard on the controls. She sent the ship into a spin to avoid the next attack. "Damage report," Jake Sullivan shouted over the noise. "Hull breach on Deck 2. Alex Turner called back. "I'm sealing it now, but we lost some air." Maria Lopes kept trying to contact the aliens. She switched between different frequencies. Her fingers flew across her console. "This is the U.S. Pathfinder. We mean you no harm. Please respond. We can talk about this." The only answer was more weapons fire. The 3 Zephyrian warships formed a triangle around them. They were trying to trap the human ship. "Sir, they're not listening," Maria said. Frustration showed in her voice. Jake nodded. He had hoped to avoid a fight, but these aliens wanted blood. Fine. He would give them something they didn't expect. "Alex, I need more power to the shields," Jake ordered. "I'll try, sir." Alex's hands moved fast. He shut down the lights in empty rooms. He turned off the heating in cargo areas. Every bit of power went to shields and engines. Another blast hit them, this time on the left side. The ship tilted hard. Olivia Martinez grabbed a wall to keep from falling. "Medical supplies are scattered everywhere," she reported. "But I'm okay." Kevin Johnson studied the alien ships on his weapons screen. Their shields were strong. Too strong for the Pathfinder's small cannons, but Kevin noticed something. "Sir, their shields pulse every 12 seconds, he said. "There's a weak spot when they reload their main guns." Jake smiled. This was why he picked Kevin for his team. The man saw patterns others missed. "Good eye, Corporal. Lisa, can you get us close to the lid ship?" Lisa grinned. "Watch me, sir." The Pathfinder suddenly changed direction. Instead of running, it flew straight at the biggest alien ship. The move surprised Commander Zixnar. "What are they doing?" he asked his crew. "Are they insane?" His weapons officer was confused. "They're too small to ram us. Our shields would destroy them." But the humans weren't trying to ram anyone. Lisa flew the ship in a crazy pattern. Up, down, left, right. The alien targeting computers couldn't lock on. "Maria, keep monitoring their communications," Jake said. "I want to know what they're saying." "On it, sir." Maria put on her headphones. She had learned many alien languages at the academy. The Zephyrian language was new, but she could understand some words. The Pathfinder reached the lead alien ship. It was huge up close, like a metal mountain floating in space. Lisa flew under its belly, where the weapons couldn't reach. "Now, Kevin," Jake shouted. Kevin had been counting. 10, 11, 12. The shield pulsed. For 1 second, it was weak. He fired both cannons at the same spot. The lasers hit bare metal. Explosions rippled across the alien hull. One of their weapon arrays exploded in blue fire. Inside the Zephyrian ship, alarms screamed. Zixnar couldn't believe it. His mighty warship had been hurt by this tiny human vessel. "Damage to Weapon System 3, his officer reported. How did they know where to shoot? Zixnar's 4 arms tightened in anger. These humans were smarter than he thought, but he still had 2 more ships. They would crush these pests. "All ships, increase fire," he ordered. "Don't let them escape." Back on the Pathfinder, Jake's team celebrated their small victory. But he knew it wasn't over. 3 ships were still too many. "Alex, how are our engines?" "Running hot, but holding," Alex answered. Sweat dripped down his face. The engineering console showed red warnings everywhere. Olivia moved to Jake's side. "Sir, if we take more hits, I'll have wounded to treat. Our medical supplies are limited." Jake understood. They had to end this fight fast. But how? They were still outnumbered and outgunned. Then Maria spoke up. "Sir, I'm getting something. The aliens, they're afraid. They keep saying tactical genius and impossible moves." Jake raised an eyebrow. The aliens thought they were military experts. Maybe he could use that fear against them. The space between the ships filled with laser fire and energy beams. The Pathfinder twisted like a snake, dodging most of the attacks. But the three Zephyrian warships kept pressing harder. Jake Sullivan stood behind Lisa Wong's pilot chair. He watched her hands move across the controls. She was flying better than anyone he had ever seen. Each move kept them alive one more second. Second ship coming in from above, Kevin Johnson reported. His eyes stayed locked on the weapons display. I see it, Lisa said. She pulled the ship into a dive. The alien weapons fire passed over them, missing by meters. Alex Turner worked frantically at his station. The ship's power core was pushed to its limit. Warning lights blinked red all around him. He ignored them and kept working. Sir, I'm rerouting power from life support in the cargo bays, Alex said. That gives us 10% more for weapons. Do it, Jake ordered. They needed every advantage they could get. Maria Lopez listened carefully to the alien communications. Her translation was getting better. She could understand more words now. Sir, they're confused, she reported. The commander keeps asking how a single ship moves like this. They think we have tech they don't know about. Jake nodded. The aliens were making a mistake. They thought human technology was special. Really, it was just good training and brave people. The second Zephyrian ship fired a massive energy beam. Lisa couldn't dodge this one completely. The beam scraped along the Pathfinder's side. The ship shook hard. Panels sparked and smoked. Hull damage on starboard side, Alex called out. But we're still flying. Olivia Martinez rushed to help a Marine who had been thrown against a wall. She checked his head for injuries. Just a bump, she said. You'll be fine. Kevin saw his chance. The second alien ship had moved too close while firing. Its shields were still pulsing every 12 seconds. Sir, I have a shot, Kevin said. Take it, Jake ordered. Kevin waited for the pulse. His finger hovered over the trigger. 9, 10, 11, 12. He fired. The laser cannon spoke again. This time, Kevin aimed for the alien ship's engine pods. The beams found their mark. One engine exploded in white fire. The huge warship started to drift sideways. Inside the alien command ship, Sixnar watched in shock. Another of his warships was damaged. These humans fought like nothing he had seen before. How were they predicting our shield cycles? His science officer asked. It should be impossible. Zixnar's 4 arms moved in agitation. His fleet was being embarrassed by a single small ship. This was not acceptable. All ships, random shield frequencies, he ordered. Don't let them predict our patterns. But Jake's team was already adapting. Lisa flew the Pathfinder through a field of debris from the damaged alien ship. She used the floating metal as cover. Maria, can you jam their targeting sensors? Jake asked. Maria smiled. I can try, sir. She had been studying their signals. With a few adjustments, she sent out interference on the alien frequencies. The effect was immediate. The alien weapons started missing by wider margins. Their targeting systems showed ghost images of the Pathfinder. It's working, Kevin reported. Their accuracy is dropping. Jake made a quick decision. Kevin, concentrate all fire on the damaged ship. Let's take it out of the fight. The Pathfinder spun around. Both laser cannons locked onto the drifting alien warship. Kevin fired burst after burst. Without shields, the alien hull couldn't take the punishment. Systems failed across the ship. Its lights went dark. 1 down, Jake said. 2 to go. Commander Zixnar watched his second warship go dark. Fear crept into his thoughts. These humans were not what they seemed. They fought with skill that matched the best warriors in the galaxy. Sir, his communications officer said. The humans, they're sending out coded signals. I detect multiple transmission signatures. Zixnar's eyes widened. Were these humans calling for reinforcements? Was this small ship just the advance scout for a larger fleet? On the Pathfinder, Jake smiled grimly. They had hurt the aliens badly. But 2 ships were still too many. They needed to be even smarter. The battle moved into an asteroid field near the gas giant. Lisa Wong guided the Pathfinder between huge floating rocks. Some were as big as cities. The alien warships followed, but their size made it harder to navigate. "This is perfect," Jake Sullivan said. He watched the asteroids drift past their windows. "Lisa, keep us in the field. Use the rocks as shields." "Yes, sir," Lisa replied. She flew the ship around a massive asteroid. The alien weapons' fire hit the rock instead of them. Pieces of stone exploded into space. Alex Turner had an idea. He called up sensor data on his screen. The asteroids contained metal ore. Lots of it. "Sir, these asteroids are full of iron and nickel," Alex said. "I can use them to confuse enemy sensors even more." "Do it," Jake ordered. Alex programmed the ship's sensors to bounce signals off the metal in the asteroids. Soon, the alien screen showed dozens of fake Pathfinder signatures. They didn't know which one was real. Commander Zixnar slammed his 4 fists on his command chair. His perfect ambush had turned into a nightmare. His remaining ships fired at sensor ghosts while the real human ship stayed hidden. "Find them," he screamed at his crew. "They can't just disappear." Kevin Johnson studied the tactical display. The aliens were firing randomly now, wasting energy on false targets. He had an idea. "Sir, if we can get them to hit that big asteroid over there," Kevin pointed at his screen, "it might break apart. The debris could damage their ships." Jake smiled. "Maria, can you make it look like we're hiding behind that asteroid?" "I can try," Maria said. She created a strong false signal right behind the massive rock. To the aliens, it looked like the perfect hiding spot for the human ship. The trick worked. Both alien warships opened fire on the asteroid. Their powerful weapons carved deep into the rock. Cracks spread across its surface. Then it shattered. Thousands of rock fragments flew in all directions. Many were as big as houses. They slammed into the alien shields like a stone storm. The smaller alien ship took the worst hit. Its shields failed under the bombardment. Rocks punched through its hull. "Their shields are down," Kevin reported. He didn't wait for orders. His lasers found the exposed ship. The beams cut deep into alien systems. Explosions rippled across the warship. Its engines died. It began to spin slowly, powerless. Now only Zixnar's command ship remained. But the commander was no longer confident. He had lost 2 warships to a single human scout. His crew looked at him with fear in their eyes. Meanwhile, Olivia Martinez moved through the Pathfinder, checking on the crew. Everyone had cuts and bruises, but no serious injuries. She was proud of her team. "How is everyone holding up?" Jake asked her. "We're tired but ready," Olivia said. "These people don't give up." Jake nodded. That was the human way. Never surrender. Never stop fighting. Lisa flew them deeper into the asteroid field. She knew every rock could hide them or kill them. It took all her skill to thread between the spinning stones. "Sir, I'm intercepting their communications again," Maria reported. "They're calling for reinforcements." But wait, their commander is lying to his superiors. He's saying they're fighting a whole human battle group. Jake raised an eyebrow. He's embarrassed. He doesn't want to admit one small ship beat him. "There's more," Maria continued. "He's describing weapons we don't have. Advanced shields, stealth technology, things that don't exist." Alex laughed from his station. "They think we're using super weapons. All I did was play with sensors and power systems." Jake thought quickly. If the aliens believed they were fighting advanced human technology, it might help humanity later. Fear was a powerful weapon. "Maria, can you add to their confusion? Make them think we have capabilities we don't." Maria grinned. "I can flood their systems with fake data. Make it look like more human ships are coming." "Do it," Jake ordered. "Let's use their fear against them." The final act of the battle was about to begin, but it would be fought with minds, not weapons. Maria Lopes worked quickly at her station. Her fingers danced across the keyboard as she hacked deeper into the Zephyrian network. The aliens' computer security was strong, but she had found a weakness during the battle. "I'm in," she announced. "I have access to their fleet communications." Jake Sullivan moved to stand behind her. On her screen, alien text scrolled past. Maria translated the important parts. "Sir, this is bigger than we thought," Maria said. "Commander Zixnar isn't just talking to his fleet. He's reporting directly to their high command." "What's he saying?" Jake asked. Maria's eyes widened as she read. "He claims we're the legendary human warriors, the ones from their myths. He says our ship has technology beyond anything they've seen." Kevin Johnson laughed from the weapons station. "Legendary. We're just 6 Marines in a scout ship." But Maria kept reading. Her face grew serious. "There's more. The Zephyrian Empire has been planning to invade human space. This was supposed to be their first test. They wanted to see how strong we are." Jake felt cold. An alien empire planning to attack Earth. And they had accidentally shown up for the test. "What else?" he asked. "Zixnar is recommending they cancel the invasion. He says humanity is too dangerous. He's telling them we destroyed his fleet with a single advanced warship." Lisa Wong spoke up from the pilot's seat. "Should we correct them? Tell them the truth?" Jake thought for a moment. Then he shook his head. "No. Let them believe what they want. Their fear protects Earth better than our real fleet could." Alex Turner monitored the enemy command ship. It was keeping its distance now, shields at maximum. The commander was clearly terrified. "Sir, I can create more fake signals," Alex offered. "Make it look like a human fleet is approaching." "Do it," Jake ordered. "Maria, can you plant false information in their system? Make them think we're just the first of many." Maria nodded. She began typing false reports into the Zephyrian network. She created records of human fleets that didn't exist, weapons that were just imagination, victories that never happened. Inside the alien command ship, chaos reigned. Sensor officers reported multiple human vessels approaching. Intelligence officers found records of human military, might they had never seen before. All of it was fake, but they didn't know that. Commander Zixnar studied the new data with growing horror. According to these files, humanity had defeated 12 other species in combat. They had weapons that could destroy planets. Their smallest ships could take on entire fleets. "How did we miss this?" he asked his intelligence officer. "How did we not know?" The officer had no answer. The data seemed real. It was in their own secure systems. It had to be true. "Send everything to High Command," Zixnar ordered. "They need to know what we're facing." Back on the Pathfinder, Jake's team watched their plan work perfectly. The aliens were drowning in false information. Their fear grew with each fake report. "Sir, Zixnar is requesting permission to retreat," Maria reported. "He's begging his superiors to call off the invasion." "What's their response?" Jake asked. Maria listened to the communications. A smile spread across her face. "A high command is in panic. They're ordering all Zephyrian forces to avoid human space. They're classifying us as a level 10 threat. That's their highest rating." Kevin whistled. "Level 10. What's level 9? "According to their database, level 9 is reserved for species that can destroy star systems," Maria said. "They think we're worse than that." The team exchanged looks. 6 humans in a battered scout ship had just saved Earth from invasion. Not with super weapons or massive fleets, but with quick thinking and alien fear. Olivia Martinez spoke for the first time in a while. "So we won. It's over." Jake nodded slowly. "We won, but not the way anyone expected. We won with their imagination." The Zephyrian command ship began to turn away. Its engines powered up for retreat. The great warship that had come to conquer now fled in terror. The massive Zephyrian command ship began its retreat. Its engines glowed bright blue as it turned away from the asteroid field. Commander Zixnar sat in his chair, all four of his arms hanging limp. Defeat weighed heavy on him. "Maximum speed," he ordered. His voice sounded tired. "Get us out of this system." His bridge crew worked quickly. They were eager to leave. Many kept glancing at the sensors, afraid more human ships would appear. The two destroyed warships floated behind them like metal ghosts. On the Pathfinder, Jake Sullivan watched the alien ship grow smaller on the screen. His team had done the impossible. They had won. But he knew this moment was important for humanity's future. "Maria, keep monitoring their communications," Jake said. "I want to know everything they're saying." "Yes, sir." Maria adjusted her headphones. The alien chatter filled her ears. "They're sending constant updates to their home world. The commander is describing our weapons as impossible to defend against." Kevin Johnson secured his weapons console. The laser cannons powered down with a soft hum. "Should we hit them one more time as they leave? Make sure they remember us." Jake shook his head. "No. Let them go. Their fear is worth more than their destruction." Lisa Wong kept the Pathfinder hidden among the asteroids. Her hands stayed ready on the controls. "They're not even scanning for us anymore. They just want to run." Alex Turner studied his engineering display. The ship had taken damage, but nothing they couldn't fix. "Sir, should I drop the false sensor signals?" "Save power. Keep them going until they leave the system," Jake ordered. "Let them think our fleet is still out there." Inside the retreating Zephyrian ship, panic had replaced military discipline. Officers shouted reports at each other. Sensor technicians saw human ships in every shadow. The crew's fear spread like a virus. "Contact Home Fleet Command," Zixnar ordered. "Tell them to prepare defenses. The humans might follow us." His communications officer worked frantically. "Sir, Home Command is asking for details. They want to know how many human ships attacked us." Zixnar paused. He could tell the truth, that one small ship had destroyed 2/3 of his force. But who would believe that? It would sound like an excuse, a lie to cover his failure. "Tell them we faced an unknown number of vessels," he said finally, "with technology beyond our understanding. Tell them the humans toy with their prey before destroying it." Back on the Pathfinder, Maria translated this message. She couldn't help but smile. "Sir, he's making us sound like monsters. He says we played with them before allowing them to escape." Jake nodded thoughtfully. "Good. Fear spreads faster than truth. By the time this story reaches their colonies, we'll be unstoppable legends." Olivia Martinez finished checking the crew for injuries. Everyone was tired but alive. She joined the others on the bridge. What happens when they learn the truth? That we're not super warriors. "Maybe they never will," Alex said. "Who's going to tell them?" "Us." The Zephyrian ship reached the edge of the system. Its faster-than-light drives began to charge. In moments, it would jump to hyperspace and escape completely. "Sir, Zixnar is making his final report," Maria said. "He's recommending the Empire establish a 100-light-year buffer zone around human space. He says any ship that enters should be considered lost." Kevin laughed. 100 light years. That's excessive. "Not to them," Jake said. "To them, we're the stuff of nightmares now." The alien warship's engines flared bright white. Space seemed to bend around it. Then, with a flash of light, it vanished into hyperspace. The only signs of the battle were 2 drifting hulks and scattered debris. Jake felt his shoulders relax. The immediate danger had passed, but he knew this was just the beginning. The story of this battle would spread throughout the galaxy. Humanity's reputation would grow with each telling. "All right, people," he said. "Let's go home. We have a report to file. Command needs to know what happened here. Think they'll believe us?" Lisa asked. Jake smiled. "They'll have to. The evidence is floating right outside." 3 days later, Commander Zixnar stood before the Zephyrian High Command. The council chamber was vast, with tall columns reaching to a domed ceiling. 12 alien leaders sat in a half-circle, their many eyes focused on him. "Explain your failure," said Supreme Leader Krontar. His voice echoed in the chamber. "You took 3 of our finest warships. You returned with 1. Zixnar's forearms trembled slightly. He had practiced this report many times during the journey home. "Supreme Leader, we encountered something beyond our predictions. The humans possess combat abilities we have never seen." "Tell us everything," Krontar demanded. Zixnar activated the holographic display. Images from the battle filled the air. Their single ship moved like water. Our computers couldn't track it. Their weapons found every weakness in our shields. They turned our own tactics against us. The council members leaned forward. Fear showed in their expressions. Their pilot flew through an asteroid field like it was empty space, Zixnar continued. Their weapons officer predicted our shield frequencies. Their engineer created sensor ghosts that fooled our best equipment. General Vexmar, the military commander, spoke up. "How many humans were on this ship?" "Unknown," Zixnar admitted. "Their vessel was small, perhaps a crew of 50, maybe 100, but each one fought like 10 warriors." "And their technology?" asked Science Minister Quintelephone. "Beyond anything in our database. They jammed our communications. They hacked our secure networks. They made our sensors show things that weren't there." Zixnar paused. "I believe this was only a scout ship. Their real warships must be far more powerful." The chamber fell silent. Each leader thought about what this meant. The Zephyrian Empire had conquered 12 species. They had never lost a battle. Until now. Meanwhile, the U.S. Pathfinder docked at Earth's Luna base. Jake Sullivan and his team stepped onto human soil for the first time in weeks. Admiral Patricia Chen waited to meet them. "Lieutenant Sullivan," she said, saluting. "Your emergency report was interesting. Is it accurate?" Jake nodded. "Every word, Admiral. We have the sensor logs and alien communications to prove it." They walked to the briefing room. Jake's team followed. They were still tired from the battle, but proud of what they had done. In the briefing room, Jake played the recordings. The Admiral's eyes widened as she watched 6 people defeat 3 warships. She listened to the alien communications Maria had translated. "They think you're elite special forces," Chen asked. "More than that," Maria said. "They think we have technology that doesn't exist. They're telling their entire empire to avoid human space." Admiral Chen sat back in her chair. "This is incredible. You've given us a shield better than any weapon." Their fear. "What happens now?" Jake asked. "Now we classify this at the highest level. The galaxy thinks we're military giants. We need to keep that illusion alive." Chen smiled. "You 6 just prevented a war we didn't know was coming." Back in Zephyrian space, the High Command made their decision. Supreme Leader Krontar stood to announce it. "By unanimous vote, humanity is classified as a Level 10 threat. All Zephyrian vessels are forbidden from entering human space. We will warn our allies. The humans are too dangerous to fight." The order spread quickly through the Empire. Within days, every Zephyrian colony knew about the terrifying humans. The story grew with each telling. 1 ship became 3, then 5, then 10. On Earth, Jake's team received medals in a secret ceremony. No public announcement was made. The truth was too valuable to reveal. "You know what's funny?" Kivin said later, as they shared drinks. "We won by losing." "How's that?" Alex asked. "They came looking for weakness. We showed them strength they imagined themselves. Now they're doing our job for us, telling everyone to fear humanity." Jake raised his glass. "To the power of imagination." They clinked glasses and drank. Outside, Earth spun peacefully in space, protected by its greatest weapon, an alien empire's fear. Word of the Battle of Kepler 442 spread through the galaxy like wildfire. Each alien species had their own version of what happened. The stories grew wilder with every telling. On the trade world of Nexus Prime, merchants from different species gathered in the great market. A four-eyed Altarian trader shared the latest news with his customers. The humans destroyed 5 Zephyrian dreadnoughts with a single patrol boat, he whispered. My cousin heard it from a freighter captain who was there. A crystalline being from the Vorthan Collective chimed in. I heard it was 7 ships. And the humans never fired a shot. They used mind weapons. Near the spaceport, a group of pirates discussed new routes. Their leader, a scared reptilian named Grizik, studied a star map. Stay clear of human space, he warned his crew. The Zephyrians won't even go within 200 light years now. If they're scared, we should be terrified. One young pirate laughed. Come on, boss. They can't be that tough. Grizik showed him intercepted military reports. The Morvik fleet tested human defenses last month. They sent 12 ships. None returned. Not even debris was found. The young pirate stopped laughing. At Earth's Strategic Command, Admiral Patricia Chen held a meeting with the Joint Chiefs. The conference table was surrounded by military leaders from every branch. 17 species have now declared human space off-limits, Chen reported. The Galactic Trade Consortium wants to establish diplomatic relations. They're offering technology exchanges. General Marcus Rodriguez leaned forward, all because of one scout team. The story has grown far beyond the original incident, Chen explained. Some versions have us wielding planet-killing weapons. Others say we can phase through solid matter. Air Force Chief Sandra Williams smiled. Should we correct these rumors? Absolutely not, Chen said firmly. Lieutenant Sullivan's team gave us something invaluable. A reputation that protects us better than any fleet could. Meanwhile, Jake Sullivan returned to active duty. He commanded a new scout ship, the U.S. Pioneer. His original team requested to serve with him again. Command approved it immediately. On their first patrol, they encountered a Bravakian science vessel. The aliens immediately sent distress signals and offered surrender. We mean no harm, the Bravakian captain broadcast. We're just studying star formations. Please don't destroy us. Maria Lobes looked at Jake, confused. Sir, they're terrified. Should I tell them we're friendly? Jake thought for a moment. Tell them we accept their peaceful intentions, but remind them to stay clear of human colonies. As months passed, humanity discovered the true extent of their new reputation. Pirates avoided human trade routes. Aggressive species chose different targets. Even the mighty Dominion Empire, known for conquering entire sectors, quietly removed human space from their expansion plans. The Zephyrian commander, Zixnar, became famous among his people. He wrote a book about the battle, describing humans as the galaxy's apex predators. It became required reading at military academies across the Empire. The humans don't just defeat you, he wrote. They make you defeat yourself. They turn your own fears against you. They fight with psychology as much as weapons. 1 year later, during a routine patrol near the Orion Nebula, Jake's team encountered a massive alien fleet. 300 ships from the Hegemony Collective, one of the galaxy's major powers. The team prepared for battle. But instead of attacking, the Hegemony Admiral sent a message. Human vessel, we request peaceful passage. We are traveling to distant territories. We have no quarrel with your species. Jake stared at the screen. 300 warships were asking permission from his single scout ship. He kept his expression neutral. Permission granted. Safe travels. As the massive fleet carefully moved around them, Kevin Johnson shook his head in amazement. One ship. We're one ship, and they go around us. Jake smiled. Sometimes the greatest power is the power others think you have. The galaxy had learned to fear humanity. Not because of superweapons or vast fleets, but because 6 Marines and a scout ship had been too stubborn to lose. They had turned certain defeat into psychological victory. And across the stars, whenever aggressive species planned expansion, they looked at their maps and chose paths that avoided human space. Earth remained safe, protected by its most powerful weapon, a legend born from imagination and fear.